Hey guys, I'm Zihan from number 47 High School in Zhengzhou from China. And today I'd like to talk about my opinions about COVID-19 from two parts, the negative impacts of global economy and the solutions that my country, China, has done. So let's get started. First of all, the negative impacts includes tourism industry, catering industry, and airline industry, and the total output of unemployment rate. So the tourism industry and catering industry are the two industries are closely associated with the volume of passengers and laborers as a as the governments have banned the direct contacts among people. Tourism and catering industry suffers the greatest impacts, especially cross-border tourism. So the decline in the number of foreign visitors leads to a sharp decrease in total income of the whole countries during the outbreak. And regarding to the airline industry, the transportation is another dramatic influence industry because the international aviation relies on the volume of passengers too, which means it's closely related to the decreasing cross-border transaction and tourism. And the third part is total output and unemployment rate. And I use my diagram to show my opinion. Because the firms and factories other than those producing necessities during the outbreak have been shut down. So to deal with the downturn caused by COVID-19, certain employers are inclined to lay off some workers to maintain the balance of payments. Besides, an increasing number of employees tend to submit voluntary resignation, so producers tend to cut down their output with a declined number of workers during the recession. Hence, the total output of country tends to be lower, and in the diagram it shows that the aggregate supply curve shift from 1 to 2, so and the quantities shift to 0 and 1, so the total output decrease lead to the lower GDP. And then I'd like to talk about the solutions that my country has done that include lowering the interest rate, lowering the national debt, and issuing consumer coupons. And the first point is I'd like to the biggest one, issuing national debt. Because the insurance of national debt is an implement of expansionary fiscal policy, which can offset the physical deficit and not increase aggregate demand without changing. So it encourages the economic development to ease the economic recession in our country resulted from COVID-19 without causing inflation simultaneously, which is a price level increase. You know, guys. And the second part is lowering the interest rate. After Chinese central bank lowered the interest rate, an increasing number of people had to switch from saving money towards spending it. Like me, I'd like to buy online always like that. So the aggregate demand would obviously increase as the total consumption increase, so which may ease the recession of Chinese economy. And issuing consumer coupons means has the same effect as lowering interest rate. So it works as well as lowering the interest rate, raising the aggregate demand, and easing the recession because of increased consumption. So that's all of my country's done. And that's all. So thank you guys, judges, for listening. And at last, remember I'm Zihan from number 47 High School in Zhengzhou, and I'm a Chinese.